We've all come to rely on technology, but what happens when that technology fails? An electromagnetic pulse, or EMP, could cripple our power grid. It might sound like something out of a movie, but it's a real threat. In this video, we're diving into essential EMP-proof items you need to stockpile to survive and thrive. From self-sufficiency tools to cooking methods without electricity, we're covering it all. We're going back to basics. Think hand tools, alternative cooking methods, and good old-fashioned navigation skills. And for those wondering about your precious electronics, stick around to the end for tips on protecting them from an EMP. When it comes to surviving an EMP, forget about power drills and electric saws. These modern conveniences will be rendered useless. We're going back to basics. Back to the tools that have served mankind for centuries. These tools are reliable, durable, and don't rely on electricity. A good quality handsaw, for example, becomes invaluable. Need to cut firewood to keep warm during cold nights? Or clear a fallen tree blocking your path after a storm? A handsaw is your go-to tool. It's versatile and easy to use. Next up, pliers. These are like the Swiss Army knife of the tool world. They come in various shapes and sizes, each designed for specific tasks. From gripping and twisting wires to pulling nails out of wood and even cutting through small branches, pliers are incredibly useful. A sturdy pair of pliers is a must-have in any survival kit. They can handle a variety of tasks with ease. And never underestimate the power of a good hammer. It's one of the most basic yet essential tools. Whether you're building a shelter to protect yourself from the elements, making repairs to your home, or even just driving in tent pegs for a temporary shelter, a hammer is essential. Don't forget about gardening tools. They are crucial for long-term survival. In a grid-down scenario, you'll want to grow your own food. A sturdy shovel is perfect for digging and planting. A rake for clearing debris and maintaining your garden beds, and a hand trowel for planting and weeding are indispensable. These tools are essential for any aspiring survival gardener. They help you cultivate the land and grow your own food. These tools are not just about convenience, they're about survival. They ensure you can perform necessary tasks without relying on electricity. So make sure you have a good selection of hand tools in your EMP preparedness kit. They are your lifeline when modern technology fails. It's also important to know how to use these tools effectively. Familiarity with your tools can make a significant difference. Don't wait for disaster to strike before you pick up a hammer for the first time. Start practicing now. Practice makes perfect, and the more familiar you are with your tools, the better equipped you'll be to handle any challenge that comes your way. Remember, in a survival situation, your tools can be the difference between life and death. Equip yourself with the right tools and the knowledge to use them. When the power goes out, your electric stove is about as useful as a chocolate teapot. That's why having alternative cooking methods is crucial in an EMP situation. One option is a good old-fashioned butane gas stove. These portable stoves run on readily available butane canisters and are perfect for boiling water and cooking simple meals. Another reliable option is a propane stove. These are a bit larger and more powerful than butane stoves, making them ideal for larger families or longer-term cooking needs. Now let's talk about my personal favorite cast iron cookware. A cast iron skillet or Dutch oven is worth its weight in gold in a grid-down situation. These durable cooking vessels can withstand high temperatures and can be used over an open fire, a gas stove, or even buried in hot coals. And for those sunny days, a solar oven can be a lifesaver. Remember, stockpiling food is only half the battle. You need to be able to cook it too. Imagine this. The power grid is down, your phone is nothing but a useless brick, and you need to find your way to a safer location. What do? You rely on the skills that have guided explorers and adventurers for centuries: map reading and compass navigation. Forget about GPS and satellite navigation. In an EMP scenario, a good topographic map and a baseplate compass are your new best friends. These tools rely on nothing but your knowledge and the Earth's magnetic field. Learning to read a topographic map might seem daunting at first, but it's a skill worth mastering. And then there's the compass, a simple yet ingenious device that has been guiding travelers for centuries. Knowing how to use a compass in conjunction with your map is essential for accurate navigation. Knowing how to navigate without relying on technology could mean the difference between finding your way to safety or getting hopelessly lost. When the lights go out, you don't want to be left fumbling in the dark. It's not just inconvenient, it can also be dangerous. That's why having reliable light sources is crucial in an EMP scenario. You need to be prepared for any situation. Candles are an obvious choice. They're inexpensive, readily available, and provide a warm, comforting light. They can create a cozy atmosphere even in the midst of chaos. However, they do pose a fire hazard, so use them with caution and always keep them away from flammable materials. Never leave them unattended. Oil lamps are another reliable option. They have been used for centuries and are known for their durability. They provide a brighter, longer-lasting light than candles and can be fueled by a variety of oils, including kerosene, lamp oil, and even olive oil in a pinch. This versatility makes them invaluable. Just be sure to have a good supply of wicks on hand. Without wicks, your oil lamps will be useless. Batteries, especially rechargeable ones, are essential for powering flashlights, radios, and other small electronics. They are a modern convenience that can make a big difference. However, remember that batteries eventually die, so it's important to have a plan for recharging them or using alternative power sources. Hand crank chargers can be a lifesaver in these situations. Speaking of alternative power, solar panels might seem like the perfect solution, but they have limitations. They depend on sunlight, which isn't always available. A small portable solar panel can be useful for charging small devices, but don't expect it to power your entire house. It's great for keeping essential devices running. The key takeaway here is to have a variety of light and power sources in your EMP preparedness kit. Diversifying your options ensures you're ready for any situation. In a world dominated by the internet, we've become overly reliant on digital information. But what happens when the internet goes down? That's where printed resources come in. Having a hard copy of essential information is crucial in an EMP situation. Think survival guides, first aid manuals, and even books on gardening, food preservation, and basic mechanics. Print out maps of your local area, including evacuation routes and the locations of hospitals, police stations, and other important facilities. You might also want to print out copies of important documents such as identification, insurance papers, and financial records. Another good idea is to print out instructions for using your essential equipment such as your water filter, solar oven, or ham radio. Access to information could be the difference between life and death. In an EMP event, our reliance on vehicles could become our biggest weakness. Cars, trucks, and motorcycles rely on complex electronic systems that are highly susceptible to EMP damage. So what's the alternative? Bikes. Good old-fashioned bicycles. They're simple, reliable, and don't require any electricity. A bike can be your lifeline in a grid-down situation, allowing you to cover ground quickly and efficiently. Make sure you have a sturdy bike that fits you properly and is equipped for carrying supplies. Learn how to perform basic maintenance, such as fixing a flat tire or adjusting the brakes. And don't forget a good helmet and safety gear. Maintaining a good level of fitness is crucial in any survival situation. While I always advocate for relying on low-tech solutions in a survival situation, such as hand-cranked radios and other manual tools, I understand that some electronics are essential for communication, navigation, and even entertainment. That's where Faraday bags and cages come in handy. These are crucial tools for protecting your devices. These simple yet effective devices can shield your valuable electronics from the damaging effects of an EMP, which can otherwise render them useless. A Faraday bag is basically a bag made of conductive material that acts like a shield, preventing electromagnetic pulses from penetrating and frying your electronics. This is especially important in a world where we rely heavily on technology. They come in various sizes and can protect anything from small devices like phones and radios, ensuring you stay connected and informed, to larger items like laptops and portable generators, which are essential for work and power supply in emergency situations. A Faraday cage works on the same principle but is a larger, more permanent solution. It can house multiple devices at once. It's basically a container or enclosure made of conductive material that surrounds and protects your electronics from all sides. You can even create a DIY Faraday cage using a metal trash can, which is a cost-effective and simple solution, or a cardboard box lined with aluminum foil, which can be easily assembled with household items, or even a spare microwave oven, which many people already have in their homes. When choosing a Faraday bag or building your own cage, do your research and make sure it meets the necessary standards. Look for reviews and tests to ensure effectiveness. A Faraday bag or cage is not a foolproof solution, but it can significantly increase the chances of your electronics surviving an EMP event. Taking these precautions can make a big difference in maintaining your electronic lifelines. So there you have it. A look at the essential EMP-proof items you need to stockpile to weather the storm of an electromagnetic pulse. Remember, being prepared is not about living in fear, it's about taking control of your destiny and ensuring your survival in the face of uncertainty. Now I want to hear from you. What are your essential EMP preparedness items? Share your tips, tricks, and experiences in the comments below. Let's build a community of prepared individuals who can weather any storm together. Stay prepared, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next adventure.